It's Madden NFL 24, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Raiders and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here comes Carter. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now this one, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those 1st downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Cousins on 1st down. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
We always talk about the guy that paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Here's Madison running on first down. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in 1 play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Joseph's got it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Joseph now to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Garoppolo on 1st down. Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On second down, Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And it's complete to Adams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
One more time with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down Vikings.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a 1st down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Cousins. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. A quick throw there is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Garoppolo. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Jacobs trying to run on 1st down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. 2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Garoppolo now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. On play action, now Garoppolo. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. There's Jefferson to pull that in. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cousins now. This one caught by Osborne, right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this down to the 23. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And the ball is knocked out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Cousins to throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Joseph now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. DJ Wanham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Play action. Garoppolo. He finds Mayer here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On the draw, Bolden. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw there complete to Myers.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Bolden. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's White.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Keelan Cole from 3 yards out.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action. Cousins. They'll find Osborne here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw is Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Jimmy Garoppolo and the rest of his offense ready for their next possession. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Here's Bolden to start the drive. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's complete. This is Brandon Bolden. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. It's complete to Cole.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
Connects with Cole again.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, he's got Myers. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Vikings' 8-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. A dump off here to Bolden. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
This is your game, baby. It's showtime, baby. Let's go.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Garoppolo. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete as well. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Now Cousins.
Finding Hawkinson here on the out route.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Garoppolo. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area. So it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Let's go, baby. Let's be perfect.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Cousins on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Cousins pass complete to K.J. Osborne. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
This 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Cousins again.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They're going for it. Here's Madison. Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a give to Madison. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Here's Madison running left. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Again, Madison. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point.
And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24-13 our score.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A first down throw for Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson, and he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
That coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The throw over the middle, taken in. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Play action now. Cousins.
That is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Second and 10.
They'll throw again. Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
Shifts by him. And he'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On play action, now Garoppolo. It's complete to Cole. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now it's Bolden. Shoves him aside and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Keelan Cole, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And now out comes Minnesota.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
Addison hauls it in.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Baby.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Play fake. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 40-yard line.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
On the handoff, it's Madison. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Cousins now from the 50. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. On 1st and 10, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
It's one play at a time.
Again, it's Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson from 17 yards out.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10.
At their own 26. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins.
This goes out wide from Madison.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action. Cousins.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To the air again, it's Cousins.
Pass caught here by Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw is Cousins.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Cousins.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
So illegal touching, Charles, on the outside.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver's inbounds or out of bounds. You expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible, and that's not a tough one for an official to see, especially one standing on the sideline.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll throw again. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Things sure were looking good for him at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll drop to throw. It's caught left side, Bolden. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Oh, the return is Powell.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd down, Cousins again.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pick up there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Cousins again.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cousins now from the 50. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one a product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on for the 5th time here today. On the return, Carter. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So Cousins and the Vikings down 31-28, 2:15 remaining. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Here's Cousins.
Completes this to Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Now Cousins.
Pass complete. It's Madison.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with
those. Here's 2nd down.
Cousins.
That's caught by Addison.
Well, the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's 1st and 10.
Cousins to throw.
To Jefferson on the slant.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
He'll look to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He's back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down, so quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Play action, Garoppolo.
Throw here is incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? I mean, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security and in overtime so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
Here's Madison running on 1st down.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
What can Cousins do in the OT?
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, Keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller. And
he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Cousins.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.